Hey there, welcome to Barely D&D. This is a sort of Dungeons and Dragons podcast. My name is Landon. I play one of the characters on this wacky and goofy show, and sitting next to me is...
I'm Zach. I am the dungeon master for this world. It's a gigantic homebrewed mess. It's really intricate and detailed, and we share a story together along with some other players that is a really unique mix of accessible and goofy, but it's also really deep and serious, and it's getting bigger and wider all the time.
Now, this episode 0 isn't actually the original episode 0 that we had recorded. When we first started out, we had no idea what we were doing. We had a lot different equipment, and we were just going off the seat of our pants. And so we're recording this to kind of say hello, formal introduction. Also, we started playing D&D together before we started a podcast. And so with that, there's about 4 adventures that we went on that are not recorded. And so we kind of pick up at the very beginning of our story, but after we started playing. So we wanted to kind of give you the important details before you jump into the first episode.
And if you do need to kick ahead, we have an episode recap arc for episodes 1 through 15 that sort of take you through the whole period where we're like figuring out our audio recording and learning how to comfortably role play with each other at the table and figuring everything out. So there's a lot of really important detail and value in there. But if you're looking to jump straight into more where we are now, you can go listen to that and start at episode 16 or 17.
Our original cast involved 3 characters. I played Boz. He is a homebrewed half dryad race, but he's also a druid, and he is traveling around the world because he's a beekeeper, and his bees are sick. He has no idea why. They're very important to his culture and his people, and he loves them very much. So he's going around trying to figure out what's happening.
Figure out what's going on with the bees. Yeah. We also have Abby. She plays the character Greta, who is a cleric. She's a gnomish cleric who doesn't do a whole lot of clericing so far. She's frequently dirty and strange, and nobody really knows what's actually going on with her character because Abby likes to wrap her character in shadows and mystery. And the party has only really just begun to start picking apart all that mess and figure out who she is and what she's about. And there's also Craig, played by your sister, Micah. He is a dwarven barbarian who is actually searching the world because he got kicked out of his house by his wife because they're having marital issues. And so he's searching the world trying to figure out how to be a better person. So he's just doing eat, pray, love, basically.
The most noble quest there is. So the first adventure that we went on involved our cast of 3 strangers at the time, marooned in a small port town because of a sea storm. And during that time, there was a sudden attack of Kuatoa, and these 3 adventurers thought they were the most equipped to deal with it. And so they went out there and became friends with them, offered them a blanket, rolled very high. Shout out to Abby. And
rolling above 20 twice at level 1.
At level 1.
Don't know how that happened.
And so they become friends. The mayor, noticing how well they handled that situation, asked them to deal with the problem at large of why the Kuatoa were even there. And so the party searched around, tried to communicate with the Kuatoa, who did not speak their language, and figured out there was something going on with their home.
So the party, they do some investigating, and they figure out that the Kuatoa live beneath the port town. So they get down there, and after finding a rather harrowing scene of massacre of these Kuatoa people, they basically figure out that something had attacked them. And in the middle of their investigating, this sea hag rises up out of a pool of water and battles the party. She gets her butt handed to her by the party. And on her corpse, the party discovers all of these really, really weird magic items. They're not exactly sure where to go from there, but the storm clears up. So they head back onto their ship, and having had this significant experience together, they decide to like sort of hang around with each other and try and figure out what these magic items mean and whether or not they could have shared goals.
After boarding the ship, it's not smooth sailing exactly.
On their first day of sailing, I said that all their stuff got stolen, so my bad. And the party's understandably freaked out, so they go to the crew to try and get some help, and they meet the first mate, Spagoober, who is as weird as his name sounds. And he helps them out trying to find their lost goods, and they discover that in the lower deck there's this stowaway goblin who's stolen everything that they owe and that they own, and they capture her and they get all their items back, and the party's relieved. But then later in the day, when the captain summons them to basically get a report of what happened and make sure that they, as paying customers on this ferrying ship, have gotten everything back, they find out that the goblin's going to be executed. And in a moment of mercy, the party decides that they would like to watch over her and make sure that she gets back to port without stealing anything else rather than being thrown overboard. So they still have watch over her.
They rescue the goblin, but they are not really polite in their dealings with her, and kind of make a bad name for themselves in regards to how they interact with other people. They meet a couple of other passengers on their way to the city. One of them being a financial organization known as the Golden Anvil. After some conversations with them, some going well, some going not so well, they're eventually offered a job interview, which they which they accept to meet with them once they get back to the city.
So the party picks up there, having a goblin that they have to watch over because they didn't want her to die. A bunch of magic items that they don't know what to do with. They don't really know what to do with each other, but they're together, and maybe they have a job in the city. So we pick up at this really weird spot, which is a lot of what we do in this campaign.
Yeah. So we're really excited that you're here. We're really pumped. The story just gets crazier and crazier. My favorite part about it is that it never gets confusing. It's very, it's very easy. You've done a great job, Zach, about creating something that is very easy to track, but still keeps you on your toes. So welcome to Barely D&D. We hope you stay a while. And like we said earlier, if you want to skip through the learning process of us figuring out how to make a podcast, go listen to the episode arc. It's after episode 15, and it'll get you right up and close to where the action currently is. Thank you so much.